I'm gonna be honest. School is a war zone. Every single day is about survival. You're dodging a million assignments, fighting impossible deadlines, and just trying to focus while everyone else is either way ahead or not even trying. It is completely exhausting. But what if I told you there's a secret way to win the entire game? What if you stopped being the one getting destroyed by school and started being the one who destroys school? What if you could study like Yeon Sieun from Weak Hero and turn studying from a miserable chore into your ultimate weapon for winning everything? Today, we are breaking down the genius study plan that made Yeon Sieun a literally untouchable top student, even while he was fighting for his life. These are not your boring, useless study tips. This is a battle plan for people who are tired of losing. Number 1. A survivor's mindset. Before we do anything, we have to talk about the one thing that changes everything: your mindset. The average student studies when they feel motivated. They study for a test. They study when they feel bad. To truly study like Yeon Sieun, you have to realize he is not the average student. His entire approach is built on survival-level intensity. He doesn't study for a test. He studies like it's a mission. It's not an option, it is survival. You don't ask yourself, do I feel like breathing today? You just do it. That's the core of how to study like Yeon Sieun. He completely removes emotion from the equation. There is no debate. This change in thinking is huge. When you feel overwhelmed or scared, you have two choices: let it crush you or use it. Sieun takes all that fear and pressure and turns it into a sharper, more dangerous level of focus. He separates his feelings from the work. So this is step 1. Stop seeing studying as a chore. From now on, it's the ultimate weapon you use to win when you feel like you have nothing. Number 2. The battle plan, strategic execution. A winner's mindset is good, but you need a battle plan. If you want to study like Yeon Sieun, you don't study harder, you study smarter. I'm talking about 100% efficiency. First rule, and this is insane: no more aesthetic studying. I'm serious. The lo-fi music, the fancy candles, the 50 different colored pens, it's a scam. It's procrastination that you're pretending is productivity. If you spend 40 minutes making your desk look pretty, that's 40 minutes you weren't even studying. Sieun's setup is 100% functional: a pen, a notebook, a textbook. If you're going to study like Yeon Sieun, your notes can't be for Instagram. They must be weapons for your brain. They're packed with keywords and logic, not fancy handwriting that wastes your time. Your study space should be a tool, not a decoration. Get rid of anything that doesn't help you learn. Next, you need to be a sniper, not a machine gunner. This is the 80-20 rule on steroids. Sieun knows not all information is equal. He hunts for the most important 20% of topics that will get him 80% of the results on a test. He doesn't waste time on every single word. He finds patterns, obsesses over old exams, and masters the concepts that connect everything else. And finally, you have to control your environment like your life depends on it. Sieun creates a laser-blocked environment. That means zero distractions. I mean zero. Your phone is your biggest enemy, this thing. To study like Yeon Sieun, you have to act like your phone doesn't even exist, and that is a literal superpower. When it's time to study, your phone goes in another room, turned off. No music, no TV, nothing. Every notification breaks your focus and kills your momentum. You either control your environment or it will control you. Number 3. The techniques, forging your weapon. You have the strategy, now you need the weapons. These are the insane techniques Sieun uses to dominate everyone. First is something I'm calling the Pomodoro Attack Burst. Sieun studies in crazy focused 25-minute bursts, then takes a 5-minute break. This is the Pomodoro technique, and science literally proves it works. Instead of a miserable 3-hour study session where you lose focus, you launch a bunch of intense attack bursts. For 25 minutes, you are 100% locked in. Then you rest, reset, and go again. Next up, and this will change your life, stop rereading your notes. It is the worst way to study. It does nothing. Instead, you're going to use active recall. This means pulling information out of your brain without looking. Try this. Before you open a textbook, grab a blank piece of paper and write down everything you know about a topic. This will instantly show you what you suck at and force your brain to find that missing info, making it stick. Then he does the memory echo technique. Every night for just 10 minutes, he reviews his notes from that day with crazy intensity. He's creating a memory echo so his brain keeps working while he's sleeping. This is called spaced repetition, and it is 1,000 times better than cramming. And the final weapon, the Feynman technique. This is how Sieun doesn't just memorize, he understands. The challenge is simple. Can you explain a hard topic so simply a little kid would get it? If you can't explain it simply, you don't really get it. This is the secret to becoming a top-tier student. Number 4, the X factor, ruthless consistency and mental fortitude. You can have the best strategy and the best weapons in the world, but they're useless without this one last thing, crazy discipline. Yeon Sieun studies every single day, not just when he feels like it, not just for a test, every day. Motivation is garbage. Discipline is everything. He even keeps a ridiculously consistent sleep schedule because a rested brain is a deadly weapon. More than that, he uses fear as fuel. When most people panic before a big test, Sieun gets even more focused. The fear of failing literally makes him work harder than anyone else. It's a crazy feedback loop. He expects the pressure, so when it comes, he's ready. You can build this yourself with the final 1% rule. When you're tired, when you want to quit studying, push for just 1% more. Just one more problem, just one more flashcard, just one more minute of review. Doing this tiny thing over and over again builds unbreakable discipline. So how do you actually study like Yeon Sieun? It's not about being a genius, it's about making a choice. You choose to believe studying is survival, not a chore. You choose to be a sniper, not a machine gunner, focusing on what really matters. You choose to use insane weapons like active recall and the Feynman technique to learn faster and better. And most importantly, you choose to be more disciplined than anyone else. School feels like a war, but you are not defenseless anymore. I just gave you the entire blueprint. Stop surviving. It's time to win. This is Peak Razor. Let's build productivity systems that win daily.